Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss C++ code for the problem that you can see on screen. The question is to ask user to enter integers in an array and print number of even and odd integers on screen. So for this problem, what we are going to do, firstly, we can say that int and I is basically any random variable that is telling us about the length of the array. And let's suppose if I am taking it as 40, like initially the array will be of length 40, and after that we will ask the user to tell us how many values are there in the array, and we will adjust the array length according to that. Okay, now after that I have to ask user to enter count of integers. We will end this statement with semicolon. Now using cin statement, we are going to input number of integers from the user. Now I will get some specific value. Now after that we are going to take integers from the user. So I can take any variable here like x, and I'm going to give it initial value 1. X will start from 1 and it must be less than equals to I, that is the length of array, and then the increment part, that is x plus plus. So I'm going to declare x here in the first statement. Okay, now after that the body of loop starts here, and inside the body of the loop we are going to take value in the array. So I can mention it like this: be 1, then 2, then 3, and it goes up to final value of I. Now here we need to mention the enter integers. So I can write a message, enter integers. Now here semicolon. Now once we are done with all the input, now we are going to identify that how many even and how many odd values are there. So for that purpose, again I am starting the loop, and we can take x here again. Now x is less than equals to I and x plus plus. Now after that start the body, and here now we have to identify either a of x is an even number or odd number. So we have many options for it. We can use if else statement, we can use switch statement. So I'm using here if statement. If a of x and if its remainder is equals to 0, if the remainder is equals to 0, it means that the value belongs to even. So we are going to take a variable even and we will add 1 in it. So here we can initialize the variable even with 0, because initially there will not be any even value, so we can initialize it with 0. Same for odd. Odd is also equals to 0. So initialize and declare even and odd in the starting value. Now if the value is exactly divisible by 2, then it means it is even, else it is odd. So in that case we are going to increment odd with 1. Okay, now after this whole loop, the even and odd number of values will be counted. So we just have to write the last statement, cout number of even values, and here the count of even values will be printed, and L to move in next line. Now cout number of odd values, and here we are going to print odd. So write that variable and L. So now I'm going to execute this program. Enter count of integer. So let's suppose that if I am going to enter 9 values, it's 34, 89, 0, 23, 67, 18, 48, 23, 89. So now see, I entered 9 values, 34, 0, then 18, then 48. These 4 are the even values, and 89, 23, 67, 23. These 5 are the odd values. If you like the video, press like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.